How to build a successful Google Ads campaign.
I think that is very important before you, I mean, you have to establish your goal. Like in any business, you have to establish your goal. What is it? You want to do sales on your website. You want people to call you for bookings. You want whatever you want, you have to establish that goal. And based on that, you have to do your research. You have to do your research for your keywords. Of course, keywords are so important and they are so relevant nowadays. We are talking about, there are so many different types of Google Ads campaigns, but we are strictly talking about, search campaigns. So we have to do that keyword research, which is very important not only for the ads, also for the organic traffic on your website, assuming you have a website. So you would have to make sure that it is relevant to your, the keywords are relevant to your area. You have to narrow things down, because the more you broaden the search, the less chances you have for people to find you. So if you're selling, I don't know, shoes in Bucharest, because I'm from Bucharest, you have to make sure you find all the keywords that are related to selling shoes in Bucharest, selling women's shoes in Bucharest, selling men's shoes in Bucharest, selling pink women's shoes in Bucharest. So you have to come up with all this variant of your different products, and based on the types of shoes, we are talking about shoes, types of shoes you're selling, you have to create different campaigns. So you have to be very specific. I believe I saw that many people tend to do, because they get annoyed when you get very specific. It's a bit more competitive and more expensive sometimes, but it is more relevant. If you broaden and you just do a lot of stuffing, it's not going to work. You are going to attract all sorts of people and you're not going to generate sales. And you have to also look at your competitors. How are the ads of your competitors? How are they compared to your ads? How is the wording? It's so important to find the right headline. The headline sells. So your headline has to reflect in very few words what you're selling, where they can find it, and why they should buy from you, which is really hard because you have so little few words that you can use. I think it's something like 100, if I remember correctly.
100 keywords.
So you have to be very, it takes time. You cannot do a successful campaign in half an hour, 1 hour. That's why Google Ads specialists are so expensive, because they will take their time to study the market, to study the competitors, to study the audience. So you need to know who's your targeting audience, what's their age, who they are, where they are from, what they search for. And then see how you group your ads. And it's very good to have, to be very tidy. Make things tidy. If you have like a range of 3-4 products, make a campaign for each group of products, and don't just mix them up. There are some people who just mix everything up and then they expect to have sales, but it's going to be so random. So you cannot, it's very, I would say that Google Ads is the most mathematic thing ever. Most mathematic creative thing ever. You need to have the mind of a mathematician, dressed up like a dancer, because you have to be also creative. It cannot sound because we are using words.
Right.
It cannot sound too salesy and also too cold. You need to find the correct voice for your audience. I saw that there were some very successful ads that were very playful. They were very direct. It depends if you're selling for a business who is, has to be in a certain way, has to present themselves very serious. You have to come with that serious tone in your headline and also in the text of your ad. But if you're selling something for children or something for youngsters, do you want to have a pizza tonight? It's pizza night or something like that. You have to know your audience and just talk to them. Talk to them like you would talk to a friend. And it's very important for every business to have that persona. I remember I worked at some point with someone, and we worked so much on that persona. We dressed up that persona, the color of the hair, because if it's like beauty, you really have to think about the color of the hair, the skin tone, how the lashes look like, and everything. So it's so important. I would say, I know this is a bit unusual to hear from a marketer. Take a puppet and just dress that puppet up. How does that persona look like? You have more chances to do a good job if you really envision that persona that you are addressing to, than to be so mathematic and going on, using all the Ahrefs and SEM rush and doing all the market research and keywords research. Do it. You have to do it, but have in mind, the puppet, the persona. How does it look like, and how does the puppet want you to talk to it? Because if you don't, bear in mind, people won't reward you just because you spend 100 hours researching. It's not their job to reward you for, they won't give you a prize because you did a good research. That's what many marketers think, that, oh, I give the client this report. Look how much work I've done for you. I searched for 1,000 hours and I have 10 pages of keywords and I did a really good job. But the client will say, why didn't you sell? Why there were no clicks? What happened? Just because you didn't talk to the puppet the right way. You have to talk to them in a way they like it and they come to you. They should not even feel that there is a paid ad, because many people that go on Google, they don't know that that's an ad. They don't know that at the top of the page, 99% of the time is going to be an ad. They think it's just coincidence that it's at the top of the page. So they shouldn't feel like somebody paid for that. They should feel like it's just for them. Google talk to them.
So let's take your shoes example. A company who selling shoes, they contact Christina. Hey, we want you to build a Google Ads campaign for us. How long is it gonna take you to build that campaign?
Well, it depends on it depends on the size of the store. If they have a store with 100 articles, 2,000 articles, who knows? There are so many people. There are like huge, like Amazon. Imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine. It depends. If they want to have only one campaign, okay, all the products are selling. Only these red shoes, they are not selling.
Right.
Just size 36 to 34 for 44 for women, or whatever in American sizes, and they are not selling. The size number 10 is not selling. The rest of the sizes are selling. Why is that? How do we do that? So I have to think, okay, how does that woman looks that wears the size 10? She's not going to be a small person, she's tall. What does she wear? What does she like? What does she do? Why would you buy those shoes? The shoes have to match her dress. So I have to think about, the entire story behind that woman before I even start creating the campaign. If you do that, you have more chances, believe me, to do the sales. Because the technical part, anyone can teach you. Just go on Google and they will tell you step by step. Do the keyword research. Use that scripted to put 10 headlines. It's the same situation as the chatbot. You can use the logic to put a puzzle together. And the puzzle looks perfect, but the puzzle doesn't work. Because you see, what ChatGPT is not able to do yet, maybe. He's not creative like a human. He cannot crack a joke like you can.
Right.
So that's where the magic happens. There are
Right.
people who didn't even do that much of a keyword research,
Mhm.
and they did the job because they were able to identify that persona. And when that persona sees that, it will just say, it's for me. That's it. She's talking to me.
Yeah,
She's
like
talking to me, not to
yeah, I
someone
like
else.
I like that product. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that product because it's for me. I'm that person who wears red shoes, size 10, and I go and buy this kind of dress that matches those shoes.
Right.
So you see, whenever we sell a product, that product is not on its own. It's part of other products
Mhm.
that people use.